Hello and welcome to today's live interview. Today I am with an amazing woman, Dr. Tracy Shroyer. She is one of my Visible Inner Circle members. We've known each other for, I think, about a year now, right? A little over a year. And she has just done some amazing things with her business. So I'm going to let her take the floor, the stage for a second and introduce herself and tell you a little bit about herself.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Chrissy. I'm Dr. Tracy Shroyer, and I am a member of the Visible Inner Circle. And I like to tell people I'm right in my human design, what I'm meant to do. I'm a manifesting generator, and I work full time. I teach on the side, and I also was crazy enough over the last year to launch my business, which is called Upskill University, or Upskill U is what I'm calling it now. Yeah.
So let's talk about Upskill You. What is Upskill You and why are you so passionate about it?
Yeah, so the reason I came up with the idea of Upskill You is really twofold, and I really have two types of ideal clients. So, on the one hand, I wanted to provide a platform or a community for individuals to come in if they wanted to upskill or learn something personally or professionally and better themselves, and to have a really solid place for them to come and access, whether it's courses, groups, anything like that. And then on the other hand, I also wanted to provide that community or platform for business owners or entrepreneurs, coaches who have either built their courses or have groups or who are interested in doing that so that they can come to the table also. And the one thing that differentiates me from, say, like a Udemy or Coursera is that you have that community with you, and it's not just going in and taking a course and walking away. So I love the fact that people are coming in, they're building community, and they're being able to upskill in the meantime.
I love that. I love that. So obviously there are tons of different course creators. Is this for anybody that creates a course? Is it a B2B? Is it a B2C? Does it matter? What does that look like in your world?
It doesn't matter. It could be any. So if somebody already has a course that they've created, maybe using Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, there's a ton of different platforms out there. I welcome them, and I would love to be an affiliate for them and share, if they are trying to upskill and they have one of the categories that we provide to the different, I call them upskillers that come into our community. So whether it's for businesses or whether it's for individuals, open game.
Love it. Now, what all is involved? So let's say they want to work with you and they want to do this. What does that look like on their end? What do they need to do? Is there a payment involved? How does that all work?
Yep. So when I started Upskill U, which I'm calling it Upskill U now, it started as Upskill University. And I make a joke and say that since I've gone through school and kept going back to school, my husband's like, we can't afford it. You have to stop. So I'm like, well, I'm going to create my own university to help people. And what I wanted to do was make that community and that platform free for people to come in. And I say you could come in, virtually roam the halls, things like that. There's a mix of free and paid opportunities. So you can come in and participate in different groups. There's some courses. I think there's one or two courses right now we have for free. But there's also paid opportunities. So I've had some business owners come in and I've run a course creation workshop and helped them to develop their course to offer within the community. We also have programs for individuals. So whether it may be a coach that is offering some kind of group or course, or myself, one of the things that I provide to the community is career services. So I have a lot of different packages for career exploration and resume writing and pieces like that. One of the big things that I have coming up for the individuals for that side of the platform is a Achieve in 30 is the name of the program. And that's coming up on May 1st. It's a 30-day program. And within that, we're going to focus on goal setting, on time management, accountability, and project management. And this is open, while I say maybe for individuals, if there are business owners that have a goal that they want to reach and they're struggling to, the main thing I'm seeing is people struggle with accountability. So it's me really holding your hand and walking you through and making sure that you get shit done in those 30 days.
I love that. And it can be anything, right? It's their choice what they want to do for that accountability, the 30 days.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. And how are you like just being accountable, or are you hand holding them? What does that look like exactly?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked. So the way that the 30 days is set up is the first few days, we really do heavy planning and figuring out what are you going to work on, making sure it's a realistic goal and
Yeah.
that you're not just like throwing something against the wall and trying to solve the world's problems. So making sure that you're really focused on what you need to achieve and that you're realistic in the time that you have in the remaining, 30 or within those 30 days to
Right.
work on it. And then for the next few weeks, many people hear it takes 21 days to make a habit. So I think it's actually 24 days that we're spending actually taking action and doing things. In that time frame, we will be doing, there's exercises, there's worksheets, there's templates that people can use. We'll be doing office hours so individuals can come and work during that time. They can ask questions. I'll do different lives during the course of that. And then what we do to wrap up the 30 days is the last 2 or 3 days are really more about reflection and retrospective. What went well, what didn't go well, what might I do next time, and really kind of wrapping up, putting a ribbon on it, finishing what you had set out to achieve, and be ready for if you want to continue and move on to the next
I was
quarter.
going to ask that. Like if it was like if it's something that can't typically be done in 30 days, like maybe writing a book is impossible for some people to do in 30 days and they need more time. Could they go 60 days or 180 days or whatever their choice is there for that accountability?
Yeah, so for this, we are doing the Achieve in 30. It's not going to happen every month.
Okay.
What we're looking to do is maybe once a quarter offer this and do the
Love it.
30 days. There will be still some activity if people are in the group after that time frame. They can talk and I could share information. They can share information with others. I did have somebody actually in my writing accountability group that I had for the first quarter of the year. And we were talking a little bit more about like, okay, if we did this 30-day sprint, like what does that look like for you? And so we got very clear with her about, she's writing a book, but maybe it's one chapter you focus on, or she
Yeah.
had a board that she had planned out. And it's maybe 2 or 3 of these little things that are achievable versus, trying to do the whole thing.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Now, you have something exciting coming up really soon too.
I do. And this is the first time I'm actually saying it out loud, other
Okay.
than the conversation I had yesterday to do planning. So I do want to do a shout out to my brand photographer, Heather Moran.
Hey,
We were,
Heather.
yeah, we were brainstorming some different ideas for my upcoming photo shoot. And one of the things that I am really wanting to focus on, I kind of steer away from it and I want to steer back and stay focused, is getting business owners, coaches, entrepreneurs into Upskill U to offer their courses, their groups. And again, whether that's, we're creating it within Upskill U or they have it created somewhere else and we're sharing and being an affiliate for them.
Right.
So what I'm going to be doing, I'm super excited. I still need to put together the event itself, so I'll be sending that out soon. But on April 20th, it's a Wednesday. That afternoon, and I'll give more details later on, but that afternoon here in Columbus, Ohio, I will be having a workshop/slash networking event. So this is mainly for entrepreneurs, coaches, anything like that. So you're welcome to come to this workshop and this networking session. And what I'm going to focus on is really giving you tools and best practices on building your course and how you want to make sure. And again, whether you're building it within Upskill or it's in another platform, here are some good tips and best practices to use. As well as if you're offering a paid membership group, here are some things to think about and to make sure that you have in your toolbox for when you go to launch or maintain that group that you have.
I love that. I love that. That's so cool. And I think a lot of times, because obviously a lot of people, like you said, are putting courses on Kajabi and things like that. But I think what you offer is a little extra. It's not just like throwing the course up. You have, as you said, you're a lifelong learner. You love
Mhm.
learning. You probably know the stats. You probably know how people learn the best. You probably have all of that information that you can share with them if they allow you to support them in that process.
Right. Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
love that. So
I'm
good.
excited.
It's so good. So we've got the accountability waitlist, right?
Uh-huh.
So that
Yeah,
is
let me actually
something.
pop that in the chat here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
So
have a wait list opened yesterday.
okay.
It is $97 for the 30 days. But if you think about accountability, goal setting, project management, time management in 30 days, like that's a steal. That is totally an introductory
$3
price.
a day, like 3 something a day, 333. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Totally worth it.
Yes.
Because here's the deal. When you do something and you actually complete something you planned on doing and you don't have that accountability, you feel like crap. But if when you do it, you feel like $1 million, $97.
Yep. Thank you.
Like this, right? So yeah, I would much rather pay the $97. It's just like working out and having that accountability. Like you're going to get it done if the accountability is there. People with accountability have higher success rates. I don't know exactly what those percentages are. You might know that, but it's a much higher success rate than people who don't have that accountability partner or that accountability system.
So true. Yes.
Yeah. And then if they want to, if they're interested in the networking event for course creators, coaches, and things like that, they can just drop upskill in the comments and you'll reach out to them, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Drop upskill in the comments or even DM me directly on social media and I'll get in touch with you and make sure you're added to the event. Once that's up and running, it should be up tomorrow, I think at the latest.
I love it. Is there anything else you want to leave my audience before we go?
I don't think so. I appreciate the opportunity to share.
Of course. And I have one more question for you. Okay. I forgot. What has visibility done for you? Because I know you've been on sprints and you've been so much more visible. LinkedIn, especially, like I always see you on LinkedIn, but tell my audience, what has visibility done for you in your business?
So I would say there's probably 3 things really. One is my confidence, because I'm more willing to get out there than ever before. And confidence is my word for this year too. So it's continually helping me to do that. And I know a lot of people cringe when they hear you say like, you have to get on video or you should get on video, but it's true. It's people can put a face with a name and they can associate with you with your brand and what you're talking about and your expertise. I would say the other thing is it's allowed me to get even more curious. So on our visible calls every Wednesday, you bring in at least 1, if not 2 or more ways that we can, increase our visibility. So even, I think it was a week or 2 ago, you brought up a site and it allowed us to easily take our TikToks and download those so that we can repurpose them elsewhere. And so I started playing around with those tools, and I'm like a tech geek. Like being able to get in there and play around.
Lifelong learner in you, right?
Yeah. So that for sure. I think the other thing is the community that you've built with Visible. It has allowed us to really bounce ideas off of each other and help each other. And even though we're not in the same type of business that we do, we are passionate and we're excited and we want to put ourselves out there and promote ourselves. So building that community has been huge too with Invisible.
I love that. So, so, so good. How can my audience connect with you if they want to reach out to you online?
Sure. The 2 places that I am typically hanging out the most is LinkedIn for sure. That's my number 1 platform. So it's Tracy Shroyer, PhD on LinkedIn. And I also have an Upskill You page. So that is on there. And then on Facebook, I am Tracy Shroyer is my just my personal page. And then I have my group is Upskill You on Facebook also.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on today and telling my audience about how you can support them. Make sure if you are looking for course to create a course, if you need support with that, Tracy is your resource for that. There's no, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. She's going to take you through that path and help you. And then if you have a goal and you need that accountability, she is going to help you achieve it in 30 days. 30 days, like accountability, less than $3.33, something like that. You don't have to be a math to grow a big business. That's all I'm saying. But make sure that you comment if you're interested in either one, or reach out to Tracy on the places that she told you that she could be found online. So thank you again, Tracy. I appreciate you so much. Everybody, make sure you reach out to her and connect with her, because even if you're like, I don't think I'm going to create a course, maybe that's what you're saying to yourself now, but in the future, you're going to want another, even though it's not, it is a passive income. It's an evergreen income. It's right. It's something you create once and you can make money off multiple times. And you are going to want that in your ecosystem and as a revenue generating option when you, at some point, maybe not right now, but at some point. So start connecting with her now so that you can figure out what it takes, what it looks like, and how you guys can work together in the future. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Bye.